Welcome back, everyone. We're here with Karen Caldwell, who is the Director of Workforce Development for Primavera Foundation, and we're focusing on just a small portion of her large company. I wanted to say the nonprofit. I wanted to say something else, but I couldn't think of the word. But anyway, so Danielle has a question for you.
So what is the impact that this program has on the community, you know, both from the side of the workers and just the community in general?
So basically, we're serving between 300 and 400 individuals per year.
Wow.
And the people that's everybody that comes to us. Not everybody that comes through Primavera Works winds up working through the staffing service. Some of them are focused on job search only. But about 75% of the people who have a goal of permanent employment leave the program with a job. So We're very proud of that. And what they're getting out of it is, you know, they're getting an opportunity for immediate income. As I think I mentioned earlier, they can, when they're job searching for that permanent job, they can now list us as their current employer. They have a local reference they can use, and that really makes it, helps them in their job search. And it kind of helps with self-esteem for somebody who maybe hasn't worked for a while, or maybe this is their first time experiencing homelessness or going through a hard time. That can be very unsettling for a person. And so to be able to just get back out to work and kind of get that self-esteem going again, I think is really important. And then, you know, as far as we're providing this service to both businesses and residential customers, I think one thing that sets us aside from other staffing services is we do work with residential customers. So I think that, you know, we're providing that service to the community, and we're also providing these employment opportunities to our participants.
I think that's fantastic, because I know as a homeowner, or I'm sure, you know, for renters as well, if you need those jobs done, like for me, I just don't have the tools, and I don't trust myself with power tools. I can injure myself without a tool in my hand. Right. I've been known to jump up and grab a branch and just let my body weight pull it down, and it's not smart. So for those of us that are challenged in this area, it's great to know that the person who's on your property has the insurance, and that you're not taking on a liability by hiring someone that maybe just put, you know, taped a sign to a pole somewhere in the middle of an intersection. You actually have a company that you're working with, and you have employees that are insured. And I think that's so important for homeowners to have that confidence that, one, they're vetted, and two, that they do have that insurance behind them.
Another service that we do also is water harvesting work. So if you're interested in getting like a water cistern or basins installed, you know, put into your yard to collect rainwater, that's another service that we provide. And we're actually licensed contractors in water harvesting services. Wow. So the city of Tucson offers a rebate to the water department if you take a workshop in water harvesting and you get a system installed. As long as it's installed by a licensed contractor, then you can be eligible for that rebate. So that's another aspect to our business. We have a water harvesting coordinator who would come out and, again, give a free estimate, design a system for you, and then when it's time for the installation, would come out with some of our workers and then provide that additional work and on-the-job training for them, as well as installing your system.
That's actually fantastic. Yeah. Do you have a brochure or something that we can post on the I Am Real Estate Facebook page that we can share with listeners?
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
Okay. We'll get that loaded on our I Am Real Estate Show Facebook page, and look for it there.
One other thing, I was just thinking about customers and wondering, why would a customer want to hire a Primavera Work person?
Well, in addition to providing quality and motivated workers at a competitive price, then I think, you know, they just get that individualized service. They know they're having an impact by giving people an opportunity for employment. And just, you kind of get that double benefit, right? You're getting the service you need, and you're providing a work opportunity for an individual.
And instead of finding that person off the street or something like that, you got someone that's been invested.
Correct. Yes. Everybody who comes through us, we do an intake process, we do a skills assessment, we do eligibility or employment eligibility screening. You know, we run everybody through the E-Verify system. We're just like any other employer. So our employees have to have valid ID for employment and go through that screening process. And again, as I mentioned earlier, all of our workers are covered by workers' comp insurance. So, you know, there's no liability there if a worker were to be injured at your home.
Right.
It's not going on your homeowner's insurance. You know, we're going to take care of that. And then if you're a business and you're looking to hire either a temp worker or attempt to hire, again, you know, we're taking care of all that new hire paperwork, that eligibility screening.
Yes, of course.
And you guys, I was surprised because I did have your supervisor come out and quote 2 different jobs. One was for a very large tree, which we haven't needed to get rid of yet, but we were looking into the cost of that. And I wasn't sure if that was like too big of a project, but actually they said they could take care of that. And again, as you had said, very reasonable on the cost of having that done compared to maybe other companies that would come out and do a job that big.
Yeah, I mean, we do really try to find that,
Uh-huh.
you know, that compromise between covering our expenses and still keeping our prices reasonable, because we know how expensive it can be. And at the same time, you know, our crew supervisors will always be honest. You know, it's why we do the free estimate, right? They'll come out, and if it really is something that's beyond our scope, you know, we'll be honest about that.
Good.
But we, you know, our guys are very experienced and usually able to work with the customer to find a solution that's going to meet their budget and their needs.
Yeah,
So I'm going to ask before, because we've got a couple minutes before we go to break, but do you have just a quick success story you can share with us?
Oh, sure. Actually, we have one that just happened the other day. We have this worker. She's been with us for about a year, and we were sending her out on different job assignments, going out with crews and going out on some different assignments. And, you know, she really proved herself to be such a great worker. She would get requested back. And we finally got her on a long-term assignment, you know, working 40 hours a week for
Wow.
a local business. And they wound up having a job opening. They invited her to apply. She did. She went through that whole process. She just started last week.
Nice.
She's now got a full-time job with great benefits, and she is going to have a pension when she retires. So,
Awesome.
you know, having when that happens, you know, we're always so sad to lose that great worker, right?
Sure.
One of our go-to people. But at the same time, you know, we're just so happy for her well-deserved success. And it's successes like that that, of course, keep us motivated to keep doing this work.
Good thing to trying to find out does she use the resume and the interview process that you guys have in your in-house and stuff, and use those things to help her?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, again, it's the program is not just about providing the temp work; it's providing those wraparound services. So the job search assistance, the employability skills workshops. It's more of a holistic approach, and not just, you know, here's some temp work. Good luck on the job search. You know, we want to really make sure we're providing people the resources that they need to be successful.
And are you, we're just heading into the break, but do you have cleaning services as well?
Yes. I mean, you can hire workers to do janitorial work. Again, it's kind of one of those things where if you're hiring individual workers in that scenario, we rely on you to provide the, the supplies,
The tools and stuff,
and everything. But certainly you can hire workers to do that.
Awesome. Give us the phone number and the website one more time.
Sure. So Primavera Works, we're at 520-882-9668. And our website is primaveraworks.org.
Awesome. Thanks for being here.
We want to thank Karen Caldwell from Primavera Foundation for being with us today. We really appreciate it. Thanks for coming on the show. We had a great conversation with you. Learned a little bit more about the company, about the 501c than we needed to know. We really appreciate what you gave us.
Great.
And thanks for taking the time.
Well, thank you. It was really fun, and I appreciate the opportunity.